Oh, you want one? Are you hungry?
No, I just ate. I just had a Subway
Okay.
sandwich.
Have I?
What's
I
my
only have
car?
chilies to eat.
You only have chilies?
Yeah,
Why?
because I haven't had the time to go anywhere for food. Oh,
I got
did you
some
my car?
food.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in the glove box. You
Man,
do you
I
want the
love the
ends or the middle?
Ghost Explorer. The middle. Fuck the
Okay.
ends.
And there's some, and there's a energy drink to wash it down with. Think we can get a dual dragon on the way? My ring is really dirty and it's pissing me off.
If there's someone there.
There's not.
I love the Explorer.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna start driving it more. Hey, Candace.
Hello, good morning.
It looks so good with the ghost livery.
It's a bit hard to read. I didn't
What?
realize there was a thing on the front. What the hell? I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
the
great.
president in this car with there on the front, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna start driving this because
Del Perro here?
yeah, Del Perro. Even when I'm in pursuits with the charges, I'm still like paralleling and trying to spike people, so there's no point in me even using it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like if I don't, not many people do, so I might have just drive the Explorer.
Yeah. Well, got some spicy chips. You want some?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I ate a chili.
Wait, I thought you meant like chili, like the with the beans and the mince,
No.
but not just ate chili.
Yeah.
Hell, they be.
I need your food.
There's no, that's not food. That's just. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ. Oh
What
my
is
God.
it? A beverage? What?
You're going so fast. All those people.
I
Sorry,
didn't pay a
guys.
single one of them.
Sorry.
Oh, you guys will get over it.
There they are.
Right, in the water. Oh,
And they're over here.
alright.
It's alright.
Hello.
Hey, guys. Hey, Chaos.
Hello.
Hi.
Is that Alex?
That is me.
Hello.
Is there an ice cream stand right here? Anyone want ice cream or a hot dog?
Oh, that's why we came in. We were going to ask you if you wanted it.
No, I'm asking you. Why is first?
No.
We were thinking about it first.
That's
Before we asked
Cam,
first.
okay? I thought about ice cream last night, so.
I thought about it last noon, not today, but the day before.
Okay. All right, Alex. All right, what's going on? Why are we at the pier?
All right. So it's going to be no secret to you guys that I have been speaking to Brian about this new unit, right?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah, you
been in
mentioned
heavy
it.
discussions with him in the past few weeks about the direction it should go, how it should look, how it should integrate with other departments, how it should be a cohesive unit with every department rather than just being a standalone unit that relies on itself, right? I've been a huge advocate for Brian's idea of it, although I was excited for your guys' prospect. I still feel like the unit's idea is in line with what you were both trying to achieve, right? I
Yeah.
think that everyone has disagreements with the way Brian does things, but in my personal relationship with Brian, he has the best interests of departmental cohesion at his heart, which is what we're striving to achieve, right? Brian offered me the lead of narcotics in the unit, which I've been
Oh,
contemplating.
hell yeah.
But then, as I say, last night, I was told to wake up because of the Colombian stuff. woke up to find more death threats, more thingy to my family and stuff. I then went in a room with Brian and Bass, and I was quickly ushered out of the room, and I got the feeling as if I'd done something wrong, right?
Okay.
So short time, let's suppose stays 5-10 minutes. I went back in and I asked Brian what the problem was. And Brian was open, upfront, and honest in saying that, you know, he has my back regardless of what anybody says. But he brought up the thing about pumping and stuff, right? This stigma that has been attached to me for months and months and months. I don't know where this has come from. I don't know who's saying these things, right? But the fact of the matter is my investigations, my raids, my things, all are a byproduct of the mentality that we're in, right? Whenever anybody goes to a scene, involves drugs, involves anything, they always come to me because they do not want to deal with it, right? Which is okay. I will deal with it. I will do what I can to do it, right? And I have done that for the past 8 to 10 months, okay? I've built the entire network of marijuana in the city. I have a good understanding of meth. We're working on heroin and cocaine and everything. I'm actively a part of every single thing. The pressure on me is a lot. And yes, sometimes I've done the odd occasional hiccup, like putting a camera on multiple warehouses for extended period of time, even though I believe the probable cause was there to continue to do it, right? I understand the reasons why it was called off, never questioned it, and I've always responded to the feedback, right? But it honestly feels like with this stigma attached to me, I'm going to have to defend what I'm doing 24/7, and the people that are involved in that unit, and the reliance on Brian's having to stick up for me. I'm not saying that you guys wouldn't in any way, and this has nothing to do with your leadership or anything you've done in the departments. I think you guys have done fantastic. It feels like I'm in an impossible position where it doesn't matter what I do. These random, obviously, I don't know what's happening, but people complaining about me with baseless facts has tarnished me to a point where I don't feel like my position is tenable as an officer. Like I just don't feel like I can do anything without having to rely on Brian or you guys or anyone else to have my corner, because you actually understand what's going on. You actually understand what I've been working on in the past 8 to 10 months, right? Let's go even further. Let's talk about these so-called pumps, right? If you arrest someone for a large case of marijuana, let's say, you have a few possible outcomes. You can take them in interrogation, which I do. And what is the general response of everyone you take in interrogation? I found it in a dumpster. What avenues does that lead you in terms of investigation? Well, you can subpoena their phone, or you can do the most obvious thing, which is file a search and seizure if you have probable cause to do so, to see if they are the grower and manufacturer of that strain of marijuana, right? You have to do those steps for investigation. You cannot skip them. There is no way you can do it, right? And if these people are stupid enough to have all the ingredients in their own houses and not have taken the time to organize something more in depth, then that is on them. It has nothing to do with me being a pumper. It has nothing to do with any kind of investigationary skills or wanting to get the W, right? As people put it. It is simply me doing my job as an officer, right? And how many people can you say in this PD fully follow through with full investigations to the end? There's not many. Libby, you are one of them. I am one of them. Very few, Dark. And because of these comments that are clearly reaching to the top, I just feel like my position is in question. And that I honestly feel like I don't want to be, I'm going to say it, the next Wrangler. So with all these things being said, I'm honestly thinking about resigning at the Shift 1 meeting. And it has nothing to do with you guys, your leadership, anything you've done in the department. As I said, you two have done fantastic with what you've been able to do. I have nothing but the utmost admiration and respect for you. I've always tried to show you guys that I'll do what you want. But this kind of stigma that's attached to me, I just don't want to deal with anymore. I think it's unfair. I think I've never been spoken to about any of these issues. And I've always been the one to go to you guys saying, is there anything I can do to improve, right?
I think you
just get
are
stonewalled.
completely receptive to feedback in terms of things. Like, if something isn't right, you won't do it again. And I've noticed that before. Like, even your investigation process has developed tenfold, and it's not just, it's not just you who notices that. It's us as well. I feel like you go in depth. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking, but I completely agree with you that it's not fair that stigma is attached to your name. I don't know about Dark. I think the biggest thing I can offer is having the conversation with other people. I don't have that opinion of you. I know Dark wouldn't have that opinion of you. So the thing I can offer is trying to find the source of it and why people seem to think it's an issue, because it's not. So what if you're thorough? So what if you do your job correctly? At least you're focusing on quality investigations. You're actually, I don't know, you're doing investigations as they should be done.
It's like I said to this. One of the biggest problems right now, and it's not a fault of you guys. It's not a fault of anyone else, because the restructure is going in place. The whole idea with these huge investigations is that high command is in the loop, and they understand where the investigations are at and what's going on. So if something happens, high command can get on the high horse and react to it as and if they need to, right? Because two of my kids have been kidnapped. I've been kidnapped. My wife, I now have death threats towards my wife. I have a big event coming on Monday. Nobody knows anything about it apart from a few officers and a few HVTU members that we're trying to get involved, right? That's not a fault of anybody. That's not anybody's problem or anything. I don't expect God's given send to be involved, right? But things like this are what's wrong with the police department right now, and communication is terrible. When Bobby was kidnapped, I don't think anybody checked the obvious spots. I don't think anybody knew what was going on per se. Same with Louise. And it's something that Brian wants to try and fix, right? But as I said, if I was to join that unit and be the lead of something, right, I understand what responsibility that comes with. But if I was to automatically have that stigma attached to me, an opinion of high places, then it severely limits my ability to lead people in directing them the right way to do things, if that confidence isn't there. I'm sure you guys can understand that, right? It's the same way as a politician. If a politician gets accused of being something or a certain way, it doesn't matter if they're guilty or innocent. That stigma is attached to them, and they have to resign, because the people under them will be attached to it, and it will give them a bad rep. Like, the last thing I want to do is leave. I don't want to. I love the LSPD. I love being a member of the police department, but I just need people to understand that stigma that's attached to me is wrong, and it just makes me question the fundamentals that I have and that I built over the past 10 to 12 months. One comment that Bass made specifically is one time when I went over with multiple witness testimonies at raid. Now, I gave in that room with Shelby, Bass, and Thingy my honest opinion. I disagreed with their opinion, right? But I disagreed with it in a respectful way. And although I was angry about it, I did what they said, right? I didn't cause a fuss about it. I didn't do anything. I was passionate about my work, right? Which I think is fair. You're obviously going to be on edge when things don't go your way, and you're going to want to understand the reason. And they explained it, to which I accepted. But Bass said a specific thing to me of the power of subpoenas and stuff. Out of all officers in the PD, I think I have wrote the most subpoenas, bar Libby and other people. And it's comments like that as well that make me think, like, Jesus Christ, if I'm not doing enough work, then who the fuck is?
I'm going to say something. Bass is completely incapable of making his own opinions. He listens to people that whisper in his ear, and this has been going on for months. So, you were probably labeled as a pumper 4 or 5 months ago, and Bass heard that. And he probably hasn't seen you since. This is the same man that didn't know Kozlov was still a cop, like 4 months ago. Because he's not in your shift. He doesn't see people in your shift. So he listens to the second or third hand information. Now, Bass also hates it when me or others bring up his past about the things that he has done. Like when he tried to kill Owen Dundee, or when he did this fucking blood pact, or when he threw a brick at somebody and they fucking died. And yet he'll sit here and use the same thing that he hates against you, calling you a pumper that you were labelled as months ago, instead of looking at the work you're doing now.
In fairness, okay, I didn't have a direct conversation with Bass.
I don't care. That's the problem.
I don't think Bass directly accused me of being a pumper, right? I don't think that. I think this is a word of mouth thing. I think this is either other criminals or other officers that have complained to Bass who have then failed to relay these concerns to me, right? And I can have a proper defense. You know what I mean? If you get accused of something, you should have the right to face your accuser and solve the issue there and then. These things about going to officers and not raising these issues is what causes half the toxicity and half the drama in this department. And
I know what you're saying.
I'm sorry that I have to be the whistleblower over this, but it needs
No. You're not a whistleblower because everybody fucking knows it. The issue is, it doesn't matter whether people are complaining. It's about whether you listen to those complaints or not. If Bass is hearing these things about you, but isn't talking to your command, i.e. me or Libby, or he's not talking to you directly, then he's an idiot. And he's the problem. He's the top of the top. And also, he wants Brian to run the detectives, right? So Brian wants you, but then he's micromanaging and saying no. In other words, he's doing the exact same thing Soze was doing over the past 2 months.
I wanna clarify. The position has been offered, right? It has not been retracted. I think this is more, right? This is more a case of Bass saying like, hey, I've heard these things, you need to watch out for it. You know what I mean? Trying to cover people's backs. But it's a kind of reputation that I feel I do not deserve. You know what I mean? That's my point here. I feel like this has all stemmed from either criminals or people complaining with baseless facts, and it been taken for gospel. And then
I am so sorry.
I'm washed. And it's the same way as, whenever I hear a complaint about an officer, you go and talk to the officer and you go and find out what happened, right? And if they give you something where it needs action and you deal with it. But
I mean, you said it yourself, they're baseless. So you yourself know that these accusations are baseless. I think this comes down to a big part of the PD. I was talking to Libby about this today, where members of high command, members of command, the PD in general, oftentimes don't know what investigators like yourself are actually doing. They hear it secondhand or third hand about things that you are working on. Like, how many people know about this Colombian investigation? Probably not a lot. But the things they do hear are on the radio about you catching people doing drug trafficking. Whereas I think the issue arises is that the investigations, the long-term stuff that you have done, does not get communicated well around the PD. And again, so when the only things that people know about are you doing those drug trafficking things, which I don't think is pumping anyway, that's what Bass is going to hear, and people are going to call you a pumper or whatever, but he shouldn't listen to that. So I know what you're saying, you don't want this stigma, but I think myself and Libby are going to work with Brian. One thing that I really want is to make sure that you guys doing this investigations and these long-term, hard-working police work needs to be recognized and communicated more through, I was suggesting, weekly briefings with all of High Command, where we come in once a week for a meeting. If you're working on a high-profile case, you give us all a brief once a week. So like you said, all of high command are in the loop about all these investigations, and that stigma is going to disappear. Because for like saying that all you do is pumping is absolutely, it's just unfathomable. Because I know it, Breed knows it, and Bass clearly doesn't. This just pissed me off, Nova.
It's just like, I'm a big enough person that I've dealt with this stigma now for a year, right? And you have rising stars in the PD of Nakoda, Rose, other people, right? People who one day are going to take my mantle, right? As the main drug investigator. It's in my view and the responsible thing to do to recognize that there's a problem and it needs addressing. And if I can't fix that problem, then I have to do the responsible thing and step back, right? That's my view on it. Because I want nothing than this PD to succeed. Obviously, you know, I am dealing with a shit ton of pressure right now. Every day I wake up, I wonder if one of my kids is missing. I'm constantly on my phone looking for information if somebody's been taken again. The workload and the pressure is insurmountable, right? I wouldn't say like command level stuff, right? But I would say it's more the point of I'm basically looking after prosecutors, investigators, my wife, my kids, dealing with everyone else's stuff that comes to me whenever they need advice about subpoenas and raid warrants and cameras and everything. You know, and I just don't need this. I need to be able to focus without having this target on my back. And I'm going to be honest, it honestly feels like because I hung around with Wrangler, it's Nova's just going to fucking do this. When if you actually go and speak to most criminals around the city, although I am feared, they don't want to fuck with me. I can still go to GG Gas and I can still have a conversation with Forehead. I can still go to the Hydra Pit and speak to Flippy or Sujakovic, right? There's a mutual level of respect there. You know what I mean? And I feel like the balance that I have managed to achieve with that hard line and investigation is something that I'm actually personally very proud of it, because not many people have been able to do that.
You should be.
So
the work you do is both unique and invaluable to the police department, and I think you stepping away would be a mistake. I think you working with Brian and just demolishing these accusations by just doing the work you're doing anyway, but getting noticed, I think that would be the right play. I think stepping away wouldn't get rid of the problem. The problem's still going to be there. So I think you carry on working hard, and you get that reward that you've been looking for, that you've needed for a long time, and you get the position that you deserve, which is running narcotics. I know you've wanted this for a very long time, and you can't let people that really don't matter ruin that for you. Let us deal with them.
I was originally, I told Bloom this morning how I felt and what I was going on. I was originally only going to tell Bloom, and then I realized you two were awake, and I thought you guys deserved the respect of, you know, I'm not saying I'm making a decision here and now. I'm going to mull on it for the next 3 hours about what I'm going to do.
I'm not accepting your resignation. I'm not accepting.
I want you to know that I seriously respect the department that you've built, considering all the adversities you continue to go through. Like, the commitment you guys have shown, like, is phenomenal, considering what's happened. So, you know, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you guys. I will always, you know, do what you want. So don't think this is in any way a slide jab at you two, because I do feel like I've had nothing but support from the both of you. Okay.
Okay, but I'm telling you now, you're not resigning. It's not happening.
Sometimes this isn't, as much as this is about the issues that I just said to you, Dark, it's also about the issues of my family. I don't want to lose any more of my family. I can't. So it's although it is these issues that I've brought forward to you, obviously with the death threats and the real threat that is the Colombians, it is a heavy toll on my mind. I am exhausted. I am worried. And yeah, I just want to spend the next like bit with my wife here, and I just want to enjoy the sunset. But I do appreciate the time that you guys have come to give. Okay.
Okay. Well, listen, I hope you make the right decision. Okay, but if you're resigning, it's denied. Listen, on both fronts, family and work, just don't let them win. Okay, because that's what they want. But enjoy the sunset.
Thank you, guys.
God damn it.
I'm going to give you my keys. I'm going to stay here to think for a little while.
Okay. Do you want me to pick you up in a bit?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Fuck, man. Riding around. No. I need to email Brian. Oh. She's popping off in the emails. Purpose, thing for the 3 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, dude. Hey, Dioti. I hope Nova doesn't quit. So stupid, man. Stupid. But it seems like some good roleplay, though. A good story nonetheless. But heck, dude. Sometimes it feels like we're in a burning building. How many times I think this... Oh shit, the flames flares again. She's not wrong. Straw. Or Nova, dude. I feel like this happens so much. This kind of thing happens so much. PD plays the assumption game more than any other game out there. I don't know how else to put it. All my characters are like in character based, by the way. Just putting that out there. I'm not being toxic, but so many problems arise from people making assumptions about people that they don't interact with enough to know the truth, you know? I am the most toxic person on the server, you're not wrong. Kirby and his thirsty go XLR.
230 radio check.
10-2, honey. Hard reset? I don't know about hard reset. I always think same for the restructure, same for the way PD has been in other PD restructures. Oftentimes a reset is the easy way out, and they are so much less impactful than dealing with the issues head on. You have to fix the issues themselves, not just try and pretend they don't exist and reset everything. The grass isn't always green on the other side. Exactly. Yeah. I think it's really a big part of it is on us command members. Still feels weird to say, but if we hear a problem, and I think I've learned better ways to do this than I did at the start of being the ass chief. When we hear a problem about an officer, we have to, like, do not make the assumption with half the facts. Hey, Iris.
Hi there, Doc. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Doing all right. Haven't been around in a week.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I've just been a bit busy, and that's all.
Okay. What can I help you with?
First of all, I wanted to apologize for not doing my quartermaster stuff.
You're okay,
Yeah,
no?
again, been busy.
Don't worry. You're fine.
Second off, I would like to get reimbursed if possible.
Sure. How much?
I spoke to you about it, and I don't believe you've...
Oh, did I? I thought I sent the money. I remember going to the ATM. Maybe I forgot. Go on, what's the amount? Was it 8,000 or something?
I
thought I sent you. Are you
have
sure?
to send you a new amount. I can check my...
No, you're probably
ATM,
right.
my account.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I think you
Yeah.
were about to send me it, but then you got distracted by someone at the bank and you ended up arresting them or
Oh
frisking
yeah,
them or
that's
something.
that's accurate. That's accurate. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the amount?
I will have to send you a new amount
Yeah, that's fine.
once I do the calculations.
Okay.
And
Well,
also, I think you left your unmarked CVPI out front, Mission Row.
I
You
did.
wanna
That's where
find that?
that's where it went. All right. Thank you, Iris. Yeah, I'll come grab that now. Just send me a
Yeah.
text with the amount, and I'll get it sorted. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll do. All good, all good.
All right. Thank
so
you,
much.
Iris. Thank you. Right.
Take care.
Bye bye. Stereotypes are a big issue, yeah. I think that's a big thing for me is like, not necessarily just with Nova, but with anybody. It's like with Wrangler. I really tried hard not to make assumptions on Wrangler. And if anything, Dark was a pretty big supporter of Wrangler in the end. Because all I heard was bad things. But when I looked on, like, the facts that I saw was results, right? So like listening to stuff about someone from another shift it's stupid, and you should just base it on the facts that you have. And whenever I saw Wrangler, he was doing good stuff. You know what I mean? SRU, yeah, exactly. Another thing, yeah. Hey, Joe. What am I doing? Oh, anyone from Jewel Dragon? No. Yeah, we hired Kevin. I might grab another unmarked car. I tend not to talk about drama, and I won't. So the only thing I'll say is I think Penta's a very good role player. And I think that's all that should matter at the end of the day. As long as someone's not toxic, we'll see, then I don't really care. My focus will always be on storytelling and roleplay, and as long as, you know, someone's not being a horrible person, then I'm easy. AKE. Talking of that, I think at least us as the LSPD, but also I think PD as a whole, we've kind of agreed that if anybody is being toxic OLC, basically we're moving back to PD being a privilege again, which, you know, it's definitely moved away from. But like being toxic OLC or just doing things that don't fit the vision of the PD, you know, in a negative light, we're just gonna remove people. And you know, I'll be honest, that's going to be the only time where I won't care about there being an in-character reason for it. If people are just being toxic OLC, then I just don't want them in PD. I don't want them on the server, full stop, but that's not up to me. The terrible twos have started. Oh god. There's a Sultan in here. The fuck? That's a bike. Excuse me. There's a buffalo. There's a buffalo. Where is it? Am I blind? Why is there a nightshade in here? I would fucking love to have this as art. Like, can you imagine this with a light on top? Whose car is this?
What is that?
Oh my god, it's Nova's.
It's ugly.
What the hell? What do you mean this is ugly? Yeah.
It's ugly. Look at
It's
it.
gorgeous.
What do you mean? It's not gorgeous. This thing is ugly as hell.
This is not ugly, Angel. What the hell?
Yeah, it is. Look, it's got stupid little flares on the side here, making it look dumb for no reason. It's got dumb old people headlights up here. It's got a dumb
Sweet old people headlights.
Yeah, it's got old people headlights. Look at it.
This is the most Zoomer thing I've ever heard from you, Angel.
What the hell's that supposed to be?
I mean,
I'm not
they're
a
just
Zoomer.
headlights.
I just have an appropriate appreciation for things that are not old and ugly.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna put this away. Angel,
All
can I
right,
drive a
okay.
Mustang?
Yeah, that's fine. Just put your
You
liberty
sure? I'm not trying to. I don't want to overstep. I'm probably not gonna chase things in it.
on. Yeah, you
But
can drive it. That's fine.
I'm not gonna do it anyway because I can't drive. I don't want to crash it. But I thought I'd ask just
Well,
in
Mustang's
case.
not really a good one, so.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of our worst ones, so you're not really taking anything away by using it.
Oh hell yeah. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Where's the buffalo? Am I blind? Buffalo. Ah, found it. Oh, I have overdue maintenance fees? No, I don't. Oh, there it is. There's a nice cheeky repair kit in here. Yeah, there's no lockbox, as there shouldn't be. Thank God. Sweets was on about putting fucking harnesses in these cars yesterday, and I was gonna scream. Oh, people got... Oh, shit. Okay, well, this shouldn't be in here. Yeah, me too. I hate the harnesses. What the fuck's going on with these doors? Oh, I'm min-maxing. Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
Please. If there is anybody responding, otherwise I'll just go truck myself.
What's happening, Sky? You okay?
No.
What do you need? I can help.
77s. I want 77.
Where? Where do you want 77?
76
I want the 30+ boost.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Okay. Wait, they already started moving. I'm blind.
I'm gonna leave
Track
this for now.
yourself on North Rockbridge.
Good old people at FML. Honestly, same vibes. I agree.
Oh, now they're northbound again. They U-turned.
I said it's chat. Like, it
Right,
sucks, but it's good
down
RP, you
into
know.
the parking lot for the university coming out on Americano.
Yeah, communication is
Southwest
hard.
on Americano, right, eastbound, picture perfect.
I hope I have
Left
spike
cutting across
strips.
The university doing a U-turn.
Can I get some
Oh my
like
God,
this
fucking
music
running
on?
again. Eastbound, picture perfect.
Is that a U-turn ID?
Yeah, it was a Red Bull
10-4.
cut and a U-turn. He's just driving through the university.
Break, roads, can you come outside?
Cutting across to go going back out to picture perfect.
10-9
Westbound,
report.
right.
I have a proposal on my car. Is it Jimmy Bruner?
What BCB on a minute?
No, it looks like McGregor.
Oh, that one. I had the info boost again, right southbound Hardy Way. Left eastbound Eclipse. So eastbound Eclipse, going right southbound Mount 900.
Listen, Maddie, I'm sorry, okay? I mean, Libby, I mean,
Left eastbound
sorry.
Spanish, right southbound to the
We've been
split.
playing too much Rust, okay? I got confused.
Cutting across Portola, continue eastbound Caesars, right into the alleyway.
400 seconds, we'll be going behind the church. This is Blasphemous. We're eastbound, parallel with Boulevard del Perro, right southbound Milton, left eastbound past Alpha, eastbound onto Howick. 400, let's get one more 77, please, and then we'll find a channel. Eastbound Howick Ave.
85 and out.
Sandful.
Angel.
Continue eastbound Howick. Crossing Powell, crossing Alta, crossing Meteor, approaching Elgin, braking. Take it.
Southbound Elgin.
400 seconds. This Explorer is mega slow. They're going right. We're going into the off-road area off of Elgin. I'm going to block them here. 22.
Doing a circle.
7-4. Find us a channel. Radio check. Alright, channel 1's clear. 400, we're going to southbound Elgin Avenue, crossing Adams Apple. See in southbound Elgin, radio check.
10-2.
Alright, just checking, we're going to be southbound off of Innocence onto Forum, stand by. Right, westbound Forum Drive. Angel, pass me when you can. Gonna be left eastbound Carlson, take it. Left northbound Strawberry.
Behind the taco shop, they're stuck. They're driving back out to Strawberry now. Up. Right, westbound David. Right, and immediate left again, south David. Right behind Forum, northbound, going to the baseball field.
85 secondary, continuing northbound off-road parallel David. Now, making a right-hand turn at eastbound Carson, coming back.
U-turn.
Now southbound to the skate park, or heading back towards the Forum Drive exit. Sitting eastbound on Forum. The left northbound Strawberry. Sitting northbound Davis, westbound Carson.
Is the Explorer like mega slow now? Or is it because it's not
Left
fixed?
northbound Bridge.
It feels really slow. Like, I'm in A+, they're supposed to be A+, but they pull away.
Left northbound Ray Lane, see? So left westbound to the old courthouse parking lot. Sitting westbound, approaching Davis. Sitting bound left southbound Davis.
Haven't heard this song in a while.
Davis, right westbound Carson.
They might come through it.
Westbound onto Alta.
Yeah.
Excuse me, west southbound Strawberry. Sitting southbound Strawberry. We approaching Alta. We're right, we're off-road, crossing out the westbound onto South Mutiny.
Oh, go ahead, I'm heading. 322 secondary, northbound, correction, southbound, Dutch London. Left northbound, Laporta Freeway, wrong lanes of travel. U-turning, now southbound. going back to
Gorgeous.
Right, northbound, Dutch London.
Fucking out these guys.
Taking the off-road slip down to the canals, east bend. Continuing towards Alta. Now underneath Alta, still eastbound on the canals, parallel Davis. Continuing all the way through eastbound. Oh god, I have a shopping cart. I'm good. Taking the slip back up. Nope, still eastbound all the way towards the barrio. Or not Barrio. They're westbound on Sophia Parkway.
07, this is parallel.
Copy. They're westbound on Sophia Parkway, going towards LSIA. Stand by. And VCB, they pulled off. They pulled off somewhere by the off-road. Yeah, they U-turned. VCB and then Sophia Parkway. Not sure where they went.
It's eastbound Dutch London towards the barrio. Left
Copy.
northbound
Left.
Road Lowenstein.
Left northbound Roy Lowenstein, having correct lanes to travel. Pushing north.
Yeah.
Right, eastbound McDonald Street. All the way through the Little Bighorn. Left northbound Little Bighorn, VCB.
I haven't driven this car in so long.
The VCB. We possibly got the canals. Or they could have gone westbound Innocence. 307's code 6 in the canals northbound.
I'll
Parallel
give you
to
an
the
update
Bighorn.
on the track as I see it. Adams Apple and Elgin Cross looks like northbound.
Looking at, they got far, didn't they?
Track is pretty delayed.
Yes. What's our 50?
Hope they cross
Track
their way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut here. Naughty, naughty, yeah.
Tracker's off. Seven station northbound Elgin in case they go past.
Cross away's clear. We lost him. This car is awful, dude. Why does it feel like this? There's no way it always felt like this.
If I'm gonna call the CTO and go back to with you.
So you wanna call it? Alright. Don't know what.
Yeah, I think we're good to call it, I'd say. Sky, you still on frequency or are you going back to channel 2?
I don't think she's here anymore, McQuillan. Alright, phone you going back
Go back to
channel
channel
2.
2.
Dispatch 400, 1099, Alphas, UGL, channel collapse tonight.
Dispatch 307, 10-8.
We'll get this thing fixed. Dispatch 400, 76, Autos vehicle repairs. Get off my screen, please. Thank you. Check my text messages. $17.31. ATM in here, right? Hello. Uno Reparo, please. Can you see my badge? I'll show you my badge.
Fantastic, thank you.
There is badge. Police.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm just gonna go make a transaction. I'll be right back.
No worries.
What's ATM in here? One 731. Here's some jams, please. Thank you.
341 any actives.
Negative, no actives.
Yeah, quick LSPD announcement. You've noticed far too many mistakes when it comes to reports. Hot guns are being run. This is all basic piecework you should all be doing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello?
Hello, is that Richard Dark?
Who the fuck is this?
Hello, Richard Dark. My name is Michael, and I am your long lost brother. It's so good to hear your voice.
Why? Where? You're my brother.
Your long lost brother, yes. Your mother was a bit of, well, our mother, should I say, was a bit of a whore, and unfortunately, she ended up in a bar in Yorkshire back in 1985, and I'm the thing that came out of her.